So,
R.I.P. Young Dolph. Let's get into it, man. R.I.P. my guy, man. You deserve better, bro.
Did you actually listen to Young Dolph?
Hell yeah, my favorite.
Because, you know, I ask people this, and then, like, I know people listen to it, but I had never actually heard somebody actually listen to Young Dolph. But I will say this. I will say this. If he came on, anytime I, like, listen to Spotify or whatever, I would always I wouldn't skip his songs.
Yeah. He was a solid rapper, bro. Yeah. I liked his punchlines, his like charisma, his tone when he was rapping. Obviously,
it's Dolph.
It's Dolph. Yeah. Obviously, my first introduction. I'm not gonna say obviously, but my first introduction to Dolph was "Cut It." Obviously, where he featured on that track with OT Genesis, and I was like, it's interesting because initially I didn't like his verse, but I grew to love it a lot. And then I got more and more into his music, got into like him and Key Glock's the projects that they would have together. Like Ill is still one of my favorite of his tracks. Dope ass music video too. And then I'll also say Hold Up is like my personal favorite, like Dolph song. Hold up.
Gotcha. Like for me, like when I heard about it and everybody was like posting about it, I was like, dang, it was wild to me because it's like, dang, this is like put it like this. Like I said, I personally can't say that I just followed him. Like I didn't just say I won't sit here and say, oh man, I was the biggest Dolph fan. Like I listened to some of his songs and like listen to some of his music. Anytime it come on the Spotify playlist, I listen to it. Yeah. Like, I think the last thing I heard by him was like, my president is Trump and my jet is black or something like that. I remember him saying that, whatever. But when I heard the news, I was like, dang, that's wild. Like, you mean to tell me, like, there's nothing. Like, I've been to Memphis. There's really that. You guys like all the little country stuff on one side. But when I've been there. And there's really not that much. There's really not that much there. So when you get somebody that makes it out of there and then comes back there and then it's a beacon for your place, it's crazy to me that where's the protection on this? Like some people should not be. Some people should be protected, like in their communities. Like for me, regardless of how you feel about them or whatever, it's like this man came from your town and came back and he's a fixture of he's the symbol of your city. Like, and I've been there before. In a city that small, you only get like so many people coming out of there. How is it that somebody in broad daylight pulls up to you and shoots you? That's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. That's wild.
It's wild, bro. And it's like the Nipsey thing. Like I didn't expect it.
Right.
I didn't
expect
that
hit me. That hurt. That was like crazy because he just dropped his first album. Well, first official album,
and it was fire, and it was receiving plaudits.
No, it was. It was really probably one of the best albums of that year.
Yeah, because it was nominated for the best album, best rap album Grammy. I remember it definitely was nominated. I guess obviously it didn't win, but it definitely was nominated.
I think Lizzo won. Yeah, I think Lizzo won.
That's a conversation for another day. Lizzo, some of you like Lizzo, I doubt. Yeah. But the thing is, I'm like, dude, no way. Like not Dolph, bro. I didn't expect him to get killed. That I really didn't. And it's like, dude, like the dude was buying cookies for his mom. Okay. Like he got killed buying cookies for his mom.
My thing is this, and this is my thing. Regardless of what this man is literally like. And that's and then people wonder why, he ain't real no more because he don't come around. This is why don't come around.
This is exactly why niggas don't come around when they blow up, whether it's a rapper or somebody who grew up in the trenches and became a doctor or a lawyer. This is exactly why they don't like going back to the hood, because some of you niggas don't think, bro.
And that's my thing. Is it's like I would just want to know what would be the driving force. What did you think you were going to accomplish? What did you think you were going to accomplish? I know rappers get this perception of throwing money, having so much money on them, or whatever, right? At most, you probably gonna even if you gonna get him and rob him and get his money. It didn't look like in the video that it didn't look like they didn't get away with anything. Yeah. Like my thing is, at some point you have to protect the people who represent you. At some point, you got to represent. Like, bro, this is a representation for us that can build us and help us build together and get greater and build our community. There's not a lot in Memphis. Like, I can't reiterate. Like, they have a Bill Street and all that, but there's hardly anything in Memphis. Like, to make it out of Memphis is any else little states, Tennessee, Louisiana, any of them southern Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana. That's crazy.
Arkansas.
Bro, it's nothing there. I've lived there. I've been to all those places.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. And so when you get somebody that makes it out and then on a national stage represent you and then get shout out to you, and you repay this person by shooting them, somebody that can help you grow and get better and actually make money where you don't have to shoot people.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, man. And my thing is this. It's like, as our community, we say we want this. We say we want more, all these things, right?
Yeah.
And we talk the good game, but it's like at some point we got to leave bullshit alone.
I was gonna say this to you. I was gonna ask rather than say. I was gonna ask you because I saw there was a title of a video on YouTube by one of these news organizations, one of the local ones in Memphis, and the title was like "Local Memphis Rapper Calls for Change." And I started thinking to myself, this is the same thing that we see every single time, bro. Every single time a black person, a rapper or just even a black person is shot, bro, by another black person, whether it's gang violence, whatever. It's always the same thing. We're calling for change. Put down the guns, y'all. Da, da, da. People talk about it for a week, maybe two, maybe a month at most, and then it's over. Then it's right back to, getting shot and right back to just the bullshit. And I saw that there were already like shootings that were happening post Dolph, so obviously retaliations and stuff. So it's like, do you think things are ever gonna change? And if they do, how long do you think is it gonna take? And this isn't just even distinct to the United States. I think it's just everywhere because it needs to be a change for black people everywhere, bro.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
And this is the crazy thing that I think about. And it goes like all of everything. Not even just our community, everything. In order for the world to change, we got to do the things that we don't want to do. And that's, okay, stop living in our own self-interest, for one. It's not, people have to understand, it's just not just me. It's not just you. It's us. It's okay, how can we build with us? Not how can I build me?
Yeah.
Also, here's the thing. Like, I don't think there will ever be a time where it be peace, like stuff like that. Why? Because at some time, it balances itself out. You can have 100 years of peace, and then you're gonna have 100 years of war. It's gonna always balance itself out. What I will say is this, though. All I ask and all I would want in the world is to get to a point where we have an understanding that for every action comes a reaction, and for every thing we don't stop going so far off the dead end to one side or the other. Like, everything doesn't have to be all or nothing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem in the world. It's, you have all these people, you have so many forces, not people, it's just forces. Every day you wake up, you have a decision to do good or do bad. And if you're doing enough good in the world, there has to be enough bad in the world to balance it out. So essentially, there's no good or bad. So essentially what I'm saying is this. There's no such thing as good or bad in my mind. That's a whole nother conversation that I can talk about in another day and discuss. But to get back to your question at hand, and on topic of, do I think there will ever be a time where things will change? Yes, there's a possibility. However, it will require the things that we hate the most or are afraid of the most.